Here we go. Who the hell are you, man? Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
We are the knights!
Hold on to your butt.
And now for something completely different.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Knights and Nerds 2 podcast. We're a podcast for all things nerd. My name is Chris. I'm here with...
I live my life one Antarctic prison at a time. It's Sam.
I'm all hopped up on NOS. It's John.
And I ain't hard to find, you son bitch. It's Sean.
Yep. It's a big episode this week, guys. We hit 10 movies in the Fast and Furious franchise.
It is finally hit
Well, technically
10.
11.
That is true.
That-
It
yeah,
is
that is-
technically
Sorry.
11.
10 in the Fast series.
Let's call it 10 in the Fast series. It sounds a little bit better. Like
How
Hobbs,
about
Hobbs and Shaw is
The
a little...
Toretto saga.
But it's not, though.
But it is.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
Because Too Fast, Too
Torettoverse?
Furious.
Too fast, yeah, no
Too
Toretto.
Fast, no Toretto at
Oh,
all.
yeah.
And,
Or
and Tokyo Drift, we only have a little bit of
little bit.
Toretto.
Cameo.
Damn. Then what would you call it?
The Fast Saga.
Yeah, but what would you call... I almost said
Hobbs and Shaw.
I almost called them Calvin and Hobbes.
It's just Hobbs and Shaw. That's it. That's
I
all
want
you
to
need
see
to
The
know.
Rock playing Calvin Ball.
Well, anyway, folks, we hit the decade in the main Fast Saga series. We're going to do that in a second, but I think there were big news. Big news, Sean.
Yeah. So...
Streaming world.
Streaming world news, HBO Max is no more. We are in Max territory now.
It got old Yellard.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
app was not working the day prior to actual launch,
you
by
go.
the way.
Mine was working the morning of, and then afternoon came along. Had to go get the new app.
I got a message from our friend out in Washington State saying, hey, new episodes of Clone High are out. I was like, what? And then I opened HBO Max and I was like, why is it not opening? Oh, because Max is out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I updated to Max, and from what I understand, it's a little heavy on the ads. I've
For
heard some.
ad tier, though.
I don't know. Are there tiers to
I don't know.
Yes.
There are?
Yes.
Because I didn't see any
I get it
ads
through
at
my
all.
provider.
Yeah, so do
So-
I. I don't get
Oh.
any ads.
So, wait, do you get ads?
No.
I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's you can buy an ad free. All of them have an ad tier now.
All right. So I have a coworker, I'm assuming gets ads. And so he's making his way through Game of Thrones because he's never watched it before.
Whew.
I know. We're like, oh,
I just
can't wait.
couldn't
for
I love
season
those
8.
people. I love
Imagine
those.
watching the HBO shows with like ads in them.
Yeah. So
Yeah, how does that even... They're not even designed
his
for ads.
complaint is, so once it switched over to Max, is he went from like 2 minutes of commercials to like 6 minutes of commercials before and after each episode. Like the amount of ads on this like tripled.
Well, they're trying to convince you to pay more.
I guess.
But I forget
Yeah.
where I was hearing that. Actually, sometimes they make more money on the ad tiered
Yes.
than they do ad free.
Correct.
It's interesting.
Does that just blow your mind?
Nah, I mean, when at second glance, no.
Yeah.
At first, it's a little shocking, right? But
Yeah, I mean, you would think just in general, you buy more, you usually make more money off of it kind of thing, especially when it's a service. But no, I mean, they make a good amount of money. You know, this week, not to get too technical, but was the big upfront week, which is like this thing that is really more of a throwback to network kind of TV where, you know, you'd have a fall season and there'd be previews to sell to advertisers because you want to get money up front and early. And it's funny now because it's like now Netflix has one because they have an ad tier, and I'm sure there was a big Warner Brothers one too. But yeah, I mean, I have my Hulu with ads because it's for free. And
I have Peacock with ads.
yeah, I think
well, you still pay for
Oh
$4.99.
yeah, which is $5.99, but
Yeah, you
which
still-
is stupid.
yeah.
It's
It's-
not. It's $10 for no ads.
I'm
I'll-
fine with
$9.99.
I'll say this about guy complaining about 6 minutes instead of 2 minutes. That's still less than like broadcast. Broadcast is probably more like double that to like 12. So, you know,
But HBO original shows,
yeah, I don't know how that
That's-
works.
I can understand maybe why you would do it for Discovery
Yeah,
Channel shows
sure.
or
I was told
HGTV.
that this was not TV; it was HBO.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Well, it's not. It's just Max. It's just this amorphous blob called Max, which
It's the gray goo.
So, one issue I have with the whole Max thing as a dual previously, last week, dual HBO Max and Discovery Plus subscriber. It sounds like there has been a merging of the two, mostly the Discovery Plus stuff being more woven into HBO Max.
Yeah.
But apparently not all of it. So, like, I don't know if I still should have my Discovery Plus subscription, which
So-
is like only $6 a month. It's like
Right.
really reasonable.
So that app is still around?
I think so. I haven't checked though. In
You
the
should
last
probably
day or two.
check.
Yeah.
Like, is it on your phone?
throw on some
checking.
Deadliest Catch.
No, I'm just curious because like I went into HBO Max and it was like, oh, Max is out, and it wouldn't let me watch anything.
No, I think Discovery Plus was supposed to sustain.
Now realizing Discovery Plus
Still
is
there.
mixed with Max,
Wow.
I'm like, ooh.
I can watch this one I've been watching. It's called Yardcore. It's these guys who fix up some yards.
That is-
Isn't there another one
all
called
right.
Backyard?
I mean,
Little off topic, but so oddly satisfying watching somebody to like cut a lawn in like fast motion.
Oh,
It
Just
depends.
like,
It
yeah.
depends
Yeah.
how they do it.
No, like a professional. Not like somebody who's like,
Has
this is
this-
my yard. Like, like if it's a business, like somebody who
someone
does
who
this for
knows
a
how to
living.
do patterns.
Yeah.
Is
patterns
this
is key.
has this been like the Facebook Reels niche
Oh,
that
yeah.
you've been?
Oh yeah. Where it's like
You just gotta click on it twice and you got it for the next 10
Yeah.
years.
Where it's like there's this guy who does it for free and he's like, oh yeah, check out my channel. Never checked out his channel.
Yeah.
But like I'll watch those like 20-second clips and be like, this is so satisfying.
You know what I've gotten into really oddly enough, horse hoof trimming. I can't. It's just
Like when they're pulling stuff out of like horse hooves or like cow hooves.
Yep, and he's like digging out and then
Yeah.
putting the salicylic acid wrap.
Oh man, yeah, it's so good.
You know what I learned the other day? Speaking of like Facebook ads and stuff, have you guys seen these ads for these games that aren't even real? The one, like, I don't know if you've seen them where it's this guy who's like shooting zombies and it's like a side scroller almost kind of thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there's like a 20 different versions. None of those are real games.
No, yeah. So 'cause I've like been curious in the past, and I've looked into those where it's like a puzzle game, and you're like, this is so dumb. Like this can't be how the game is played. So I tried it once. Like I was just like, I will download this. I want to see if this is real. I loaded the game. I'm like, it's Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Was that is
Nothing
that
like that.
was it Envy or something like
I
that?
don't remember what game.
There's-
This was
there's
years ago.
1,000 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many ads where it's like, I'm going to prove that this is a real game. So let me load this up. Oh, look. Oh, I'm side scrolling
It's
now.
the celebrities who are doing
yeah,
the ads now.
There are a lot of celebrities who are like,
Totally
I'm here
trust
to prove
a
that
game
this
when
is a real game.
when you've never heard of it and they immediately are like, I'm going to prove this is real.
Or, oh, you know what? It's weird that we're going on this tangent, but there's a great like ad that I love where it's like usually a couple, they look like they make all their money off of social media and whatnot. But they're like,
You know the
oh,
type.
look at my phone. And it's like so obviously photoshopped, like Disney Plus on their phone. And they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm checking out the Disney Plus. And it's like, oh my God. It's
I'm checking
so
out
bad.
the Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I have an off pod story for you guys later.
All right.
Similar to this subject.
Oh boy. Teasing the fans. Okay.
Yeah.
We're only about 10 years removed from Vin Diesel actually doing those game ads.
Doing the
Once Fast is done and
what are
Riddick
those
is all set.
Well, no, he already has done. What were those? The Street Sharks.
Street Sharks. That was a
Sharks.
TV show.
God, I wish that was a movie. I wish he made a Street Sharks movie.
Give it time. He's working on Furia. When Furia is over, Guardians is over, Fast will be over soon.
Yeah,
He's
he's gonna
gotta
have
do
to-
something.
There's two more movies. right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see how they do. Have you looked at the budgets and like the returns on these?
No, we'll get
The-
into that in a little
Yes.
bit. We'll get into
Yeah.
that.
It's an interesting case study. Anything else about the Max news? There was a mini controversy. I
Oh,
don't
what
know
was
if you
it?
saw this.
No.
So I guess the Max app, which normally like lists out like actors and directors and like the writer and stuff, so you can. I don't know if you can actually filter though. Like I don't think that functionality exists, but they listed them separately. I guess what Max did was had actors, then combined like everything else into creators.
Oh, God.
So, of course, with the backdrop of this being a writer's strike,
Yeah.
everybody,
I was half expecting to say they just left the writers out.
yeah, they got very testy about it, and Max was like, "Oh, we'll fix it. This was an oversight. This was a bug."
Good old Warner Brothers.
I have noticed the app was very glitchy day one, but whatever. It's all the same thing. It's a lot like the Discovery app, but I don't know. It's just part of it too is like now there's so much on it that it almost feels like it's very tough to.
It
navigate.
feels like it's Netflix.
It's turning.
Is that a
into
bad
it.
thing?
It's turning into it though.
Doesn't
Netflix
Netflix
yes
have
and
the
no,
best
but-
UI?
yeah, but Netflix, like, you feel like there's more, but you're only getting
Right.
You're only
a view
seeing
of 5%.
Right.
Yeah.
You're only seeing the stuff that it thinks you're gonna
Right.
like.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, how many times have any of us gone on Netflix and be like, I want to watch something, and 20 minutes later you have yet to pick something?
Well, I think that's very common.
Happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
often.
that's why, like, I feel like that right now.
That's a
is-
psychological, not psychological, but that's a real dilemma. Of
Right.
like abundance of choice.
Right.
People don't
Which
make
I'm
one.
feeling that with Max right now.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that Clone High was, like, the new season was out, I don't know what I would watch. On
I
this.
have one question. I've not used Max yet.
Yep.
Mythbusters is on it, right?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Because that is the only reason why I would ever get the Discovery app.
No
I just really enjoy kind of the juxtaposition of some of these things of like, I don't know, do I want to watch Dr. Pimple Popper or Lawrence of Arabia? What kind of night is it going to be?
Mythbusters
Do you watch that
is
one, by the
on
way?
it.
I know you do.
What? Oh, Chris
The
watches.
Pimple Popper?
Yeah, Chris
Oh,
you
of
told me.
course I watch Pimple
Yeah.
Popper.
I can't.
This is the dark part of the podcast we should go to sometime.
All 20 seasons of Mythbusters is on there.
All right. This is a half ad for
Yeah,
Max.
Pimple Popper
was-
is a good one.
Uh,
But I also go down the weird rabbit of like earwax removal too.
Yeah.
I will. I will.
I got one of those things. You know, the cameras with at the end of the
yeah,
stick
Yeah.
changes your life.
Really?
Changes
Really?
your life forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, it's just so
What do you
pleasurable
do
to do it.
Oh.
You link it to your phone and you can see like the inside of your ear as you're taking the earwax out and stuff.
Oh wow.
Changes your life.
Just like vacuum it, or you like?
No, you like you push it to the side like it's.
I thought you're not supposed to do that.
that's a Q-tip. This is the actual like kind of tool that
Is that
Oh,
like a
okay.
scoop?
This is what the man tells you is okay
Yeah.
to use.
Okay.
It's the ENTs or whatever it is, but it's like a little like plastic scoop that's flexible, and you just
Yeah.
kind of like can pull it away from your eardrum and all this other stuff.
Okay.
Wow.
Awesome,
All right.
awesome, best clean I've ever had.
Okay. Free ads tonight.
it's like a bidet for your ear.
Well, I made free ads. When you Google it on Amazon, there's 7,000 brands. It's just
Okay.
it's what people are into, man.
Yeah. You know what people are also into? Fast cars and bald guys.
You're not wrong with that.
In fairness, Jason Momoa is very much not bald. So
No, he has a lot of hair. Fast and Furious 10.
Fast X.
Fast X. Released last weekend. Did somewhat well. Did beat expectations at the box office.
So it was actually released a week early in Rome.
Oh.
My guess is like, here's what I'm sorry we did this
Yeah.
to your.
Our bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry we did this to you, but you
by,
get it
by the way,
7 days
that
early.
bomb going off in Rome, all practical. That was actually
Yeah.
Should we
They
set
actually
should we
blew up
set
Rome.
this up? Set it up. Takes place probably a couple years after Fast 9.
A couple.
Is it a couple months? Is it a couple weeks? Oh no, I guess the
But
kid's
it's-
older.
The kid's
is-
older,
yeah.
so I'll
Yeah.
judge it by years at that point. And it's just
time it as an abstract concept in this universe.
because
It is.
because everything like there's no real retcon in this, but it's just like
Oh, but there
you
is a
did it-
retcon.
Oh, there is a
it's-
There's 100%
it's
a
like
retcon.
not a retcon, but it's like the biggest retcon that's not actually classified as one.
It's
The
a
guy from
retcon.
Rio had a son.
A son
And-
who
and
was
then-
totally with him the whole time.
Yeah,
he was the
it's
one
just-
driving the machine gun car.
Yeah, so I mean, like it's a
I'm
retcon,
like-
but it's not because you don't technically see it.
It is a retcon.
I'm not gonna lie. Before this, I was watching Fast Five,
Yeah.
just to get my mind back into this
It's
world.
the best one.
And
It's-
I don't know. I feel like the next one, the Fast Six, is the one in London.
yeah.
I mean, it has like The Rock jumping off of a bridge onto another car. It's amazing, and the tank drives out of a truck. But I was just watching that, and I was like looking at that bridge scene and be like, "Does the guy driving vaguely look like Jason Momoa?" You can't see him.
I
Too
mean,
bad.
I just keep thinking like all the stupid stuff that's happened in these movies, and it's some right in this movie. It's summed up by the agency guy where they're like filming. He's like, "You did a tank, you did a submarine,
Oh, yeah.
then this happened," and it's just The Rock pushing the submarine missile somewhere.
Yeah.
It just
No, that was a great scene because it was like, it's like,
Just
how
sums
many
up
of these
how-
movies did you miss? Let's go through them all.
Yeah,
You did all this
right.
stuff.
I also enjoyed that scene because they're like explaining all this, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, I don't know who either one of these characters are because you just introduced them to me.
No, wasn't Scott Eastwood in the last one?
Yeah, he was.
Scott
but that-
Eastwood is, but
that
that's
wasn't
not-
Scott
that
Eastwood.
wasn't- That was
That was the other.
Yeah, the new guy.
Okay.
was the guy in Reacher.
Yeah, Reacher guy.
He also plays
Yeah.
Aquaman in Smallville.
Yeah,
Does-
Alan
Rickinson?
Richardson.
He's a massive guy.
He's
Yes.
like 6'6", I think.
He's a big boy.
I believe that's a requirement to be in these movies.
Yeah, I do like that we're just now like the only new characters are just like giant wads of beef.
Yes.
Like, I mean, the last movie we've had now Cena, Momoa, and we literally just said his name.
Alan.
Alan Reacher.
Sure.
We got to give him credit because I love this guy. So I gotta say his name right.
Okay. His character or actor?
His actor because I love him. And he's Alan Richson.
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 All right.
Because
Son of
he
Rich.
plays Thad in Blue Mountain State. Funniest show I've ever seen. And you guys will never see it. So, but anyway, what did you guys like about? Did you like the fact that they reshowed a lot of time
I was-
clips from previous
yeah,
movies?
Very surprised that they showed as much as they did from Fast Five.
But it's not just that. Throughout the movie, they had these flashbacks. It's like, all right, well,
Okay, can I be
we
honest with
know.
you? I didn't hate the Fast Five redoing it because, like, I never
Yeah.
saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
It still looks sick.
Yeah.
It still looks pretty cool. I mean, the retro continuity is, whatever. I don't care.
I'm not here for continuity.
Yeah.
No,
Is
God,
anybody
no.
okay? So like, I had the very real sense of our Saturday night screening that there was a stark divide of people actually serious and people knowing what they're getting themselves into. I feel like the three of us knew what we were getting ourselves into. I could hear from reactions of others who knew they were getting themselves
Yeah.
into. I'm not sure the other people were having a great time.
So there was, oh God, I'm trying to remember the scene, but like something is said where it's just like a corny joke that like is like, oh, okay, haha. But like there was a group of people to our right that were like losing it over those types of jokes in this movie where
Yeah.
it's like, hey guys, that's not the funny part. The funny part is like all the stuff they're trying to be serious about.
Right.
well, I mean, John Cena and the kids scenes were pretty
Oh, yeah.
funny.
No,
Like,
John
yes,
Cena was
I'll
good.
give- I'll give him
I really enjoyed that. So
I mean,
one
It made no sense in terms of the character because in the last movie he's super serious and like
Right.
stone faced, and all of a sudden
He's Peacemaker?
He's Peacemaker.
Yeah.
and like, don't get me wrong, I loved it.
he's
Really?
fun uncle.
Yeah, I loved the fun
Funkle.
uncle. But like,
It's a funkle.
but like at the same time, I was sitting here like, in like the critical part of my mind is like, listen, if this was any other movie, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on? This isn't as his character. And then the other part of my brain was just like, shut the fuck up.
No, but every big bad, I mean, 50-50, but a lot of them come around to the other side, Like
They all become family.
Hobbs is on the team. Jason Statham. Shaw. He's kind of more or less a good guy. At this point,
He's on the team. At
yeah,
this point.
he's sort of team plus. So why not John Cena? Even though none of that's built in. But hey, I didn't care.
We're getting Momoa, or not Momoa. We're getting Richson. He's coming around. Or no.
No.
No,
Before
he-
him will be
That was a fake out.
Before him will
Yeah.
be Charlize Theron's character.
Yeah.
She's
Cypher.
definitely coming around.
Yeah, well,
He's gonna be a good
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Cypher's now part of the team.
I
So-
mean, because of that other twist in this movie, because this movie's just like
We can hold off on that
nothing.
one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Let's. I don't think we spoiled much anyway.
Here's
at
the
this
movie.
point.
The movie's kind of like most of it after the first act of this Rome thing is more or less like chopped up into like individual story arcs, which is pretty common. And like
the
if this
team
is going
is
to be
separated,
yeah.
and you're following each part of the team.
I like to refer to this movie as Infinity Wars as if it was spelled with an I at the end, Because that's sort of like what we got, right? Like we
Yeah.
had a bunch of different
yeah.
stories kind of combining here.
Like they're bringing everything together as
right.
one.
And I'm sure we'll end up in a common meeting ground
Which
here.
doesn't really make a lot of sense since you're not trying to tie together a bunch of different story arcs, but hey, I'm still here.
Well, we're splitting them up to bring him back.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh yeah, and it's going to culminate in one scene where there's explosions behind all 12 of them. And they're all walking in a line.
Where they're like, we have to fly the submarine.
So I think, yeah, exactly.
You're not wrong. Sam.
Or we have to like go back in time, which like they'll maybe like hint at or something.
They're going to bring back the what's his face, the kid from Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
the kids from Tokyo Drift.
I mean, they already did.
what's his name? Bow Wow.
Twice.
Bow
well,
Wow's
there's
there.
Bow Wow
And what's the
Lucas
other guy? It's on
Hedges?
And
CSI
Sean.
New Orleans. Yeah,
the character's name is Sean, isn't
it's
it?
in Friday Night Lights, the movie. I forgot his name, but yeah, we haven't brought them back yet. They're
I
coming,
know
right?
we did.
What about
They came back
Jose?
in
What
the
about
last one?
No, but this one.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
been
bringing
in
them back, and they're bringing
this one.
what's the other two? The other two guys,
The
in
two Brazilian guys.
the two Brazilian guys. Jose, I
Well,
think is one of them.
now, it was one of those the one that was that the one who?
Yeah,
Do we know who that guy is? I feel
No,
like
no. That's one of the
so
guys.
so the guy who dies in that race,
It's a street racer from
he is.
Rio.
Yeah, he was one of the street racers in Rio.
Oh,
Yeah.
But the
okay.
two Spanish guys, I was about
Oh wait,
to
they are
ask.
Cuban, aren't they? No.
I don't
No.
remember.
The Cuban guy.
I think they're
was in
Dominican.
the.
Oh right, because they're in the DR, which is referenced in this movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they're Dominican.
Here's my thought.
but I don't know what happened to them. Like what? Like
No,
why?
I
Have
don't
They
know
just
where
they
they
just
are.
they just
Yeah.
fell off.
Or
They
they
just
just,
aren't
like,
part of the
kinda-
crew. Yeah.
Because like I was
Yet.
watching 5,
Yet.
and like I kind of was digging them because they're kind of like the Cubans from the White House
White House
Plumbers.
Plumbers. You went there.
Where like,
You went
they're
there.
just this like wacky like
Yeah.
like
Could you-
comedy
could you-
duo.
let's picture this: those two guys, along with the three kids from Tokyo Drift, just try it like a task of trying to like disable a building or like blow up a building.
Yeah,
just
something.
those five together, I think could actually be
Chris,
good comedy.
Chris, I could only get so hard. All right.
It's just a lot of this movie is like, oh, I have a friend who can help us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah.
all of these movies have always been like I know a guy.
And you wait.
I know
who
a
it
guy.
is.
He's family.
And the only real curveball in this one was Pete Davidson showing up.
Yeah,
Though-
not expecting that.
Though I'll say this about Pete Davidson, I've been watching this Bupkis show, which is his Peacock comedy, half-hour comedy. It's hilarious because they have like a Fast and Furious focused episode, which I would almost recommend if you're not going to watch anything else of it. It's like a decent, but it's not like a crazy recommend. But like I would recommend it because he's just very much like parody / like it doesn't matter what's going on. We're just going to drive some cars and stuff's going to blow up. It just gets very meta. Anyway,
I don't know if I'm disappointed or happy he didn't go for a Cockney accent.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or it was just, or was even just trying to be Pete Davidson or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, not even as like we need to get one of these where they're like the actual person. That would
We
I mean,
need a Nicolas Cage.
no.
Did you
I
hear?
d- I
Did you
don't-
hear the Nicolas Cage news that came out this week, or maybe it was last week?
No.
That Nicolas Cage is going to not reprise, but he is going to portray himself in the horror survival game Dead by Daylight.
Oh.
which is like
Oh yeah, he's gonna be in the
he's gonna,
game.
but they're not sure if he's a survivor or the killer. Like they haven't announced that.
We already got the Nick Cage meta movie and it was garbage. Okay,
Says
let's
you.
let's go back
Movie's amazing.
to let's just break this down like element by element. Okay, we start off with this whole Rome Mishigosh. So okay, so clearly no one was actually in Rome, right?
Yeah,
Like no one had actually filmed this was in Rome, except I think Momoa briefly on a motorcycle, though that could have been done otherwise.
Although,
Yeah.
like that scene where Michelle Rodriguez gets arrested, I think was in Rome.
yeah,
So maybe she
Let's
was
just
there.
film one scene in Rome.
And that was like, but like at the same time, I'm also not entirely convinced Michelle Rodriguez has ever been on the set with anyone else in this entire.
she certainly doesn't ever seem like she's in the same movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's always separated from everyone.
yeah.
She is the only one who rides a motorcycle, so technically not part of the crew.
So what did you think about the bombing of Rome?
I mean,
With a sea mine. Right?
at this point, it's just like how interesting is the car action scene at this point, and you know, at some point you just get rid of the back. You know, it's like this car never would have lasted this long.
Oh no, that thing was
and
like,
at
took
some
a
point you
beating.
just put that in the back of your mind and be like, was this fun to watch? And to me, the answer is yeah. Like it was fun.
I would have had more fun if it was more practicals.
Yeah, I mean, this movie needs more practicals because, like,
It will
That's
at
kind
some
of been
point.
the thing with this
the
series.
fifth-
A lot of the CGI was like not looking
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
No,
was
no, I can agree with
noticeable.
that.
like the best part of the fifth one is the safe scene, and that's like all practical, where they're like, okay, we'll just drag this mock-up of a safe behind these two cars and just smash it with
There was like up until the sixth, there's primarily was practical.
Yeah.
If I'm
like
remembering
the tank
correctly.
driving out of
remember-
a car, the truck is practical.
What's the one? I think it's the Fate of the Furious where they have the thing where like all the cars are like crashing into them or whatever.
Yeah, out of the. That's,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a whole.
That-
That was a big practical part.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing that, like them filming that. like,
Where
being-
was it? Cypher controls the computer in everyone's cars to make them drive for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
They just made some weird switch.
Yeah, I appreciate too how much this movie, really the entire series, is about like covering up prior MacGuffins and pushing them off the board. So it's like, oh no, but you can't use that. Sorry, that's in a safe somewhere.
I think the Rome scene is I had fun watching it, but I think it's and this carries on through the whole movie, and I'm going to go there now. But like Jason Momoa hamming it up, it like made that
Oh yeah,
fun to watch.
I have a note on my little notepad here that just says Momoa is queen.
That's
Yes.
true.
That's a very
Early on, like watching John, you were like, "Oh man, imagine if you played this character gay," and then was like, at one point, you're like, "Maybe he's bi." Like, I love the fact that I'm like, I don't know what he's doing, but I love it.
yeah.
Oh, he is a force of nature in this movie. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I like this movie anywhere near how much I liked it if it not for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, it's
100%.
very, I don't even want to say stale, but just very, like, pro forma by the numbers.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, we kind of, he's, like, incredible.
Yeah, he knew what movie he was in, and he knew, all right, I'm just gonna have fun with this, and it worked amazingly.
I'm shocked he was like allowed to do what he did, or that they wanted him to do that when, like, I don't know, like, I get the sense that Vin Diesel is like always playing this so like desperately straight the
Yeah.
entire time and straight and serious that like to have Momoa just come in and like be the, like, I don't know, it's like he's the Joker almost, you know, like he's the like Joker, he's like the gay Joker.
Like, imagine, like thinking back to all the other 9 movies. Like, has there ever been a villain anywhere close to him?
No, like they all play it like very straight, very
Yeah.
like grumbly, squinty-eyed like villain who's like, I'm gonna take you down.
Yeah, like,
And like none of them are just like, you know, I'm just gonna crack jokes this entire time and then lick a knife with blood, vaguely like it's a dick. where you're just the whole time you're just like, all right, I feel like he kind of wants to fuck Vin Diesel,
Yeah.
and I kind of want to watch it.
Okay, Sam.
Oh, you would pay money for that, Chris?
No, I was having more fun watching him paint the toenails of the dead guys.
Yeah, right. Like, just like so.
I gotta get busy. Some guys will come bury you in a
Because
couple
like
hours.
you guys finish your mimosa, or no, he didn't say mimosas.
Margaritas.
He's like, you guys finish your margaritas.
I gotta wash my hair. I gotta wash my hair. That's what it was.
Oh my
On
god,
point. He was on point.
was-
Yeah.
and he's the reason why I'm like, yes, I'm so glad there's a second one because
There's two
obvious-
more.
I need
Well,
more of this.
there's at least one more with him that I know of.
Oh, all right.
Like, because who knows what's gonna happen in the third one? Like, he could die 10 minutes.
Nobody
into the
dies
next
in these
one.
movies. We've proven this.
I mean, this movie very much proves-
dies.
This movie proves
Nobody dies. Even the dead guy is still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody dies in this movie. At all. At all.
Ever.
Yeah, and I think he made the Rome thing really fun of him being like, "Ooh, am I gonna blow up the Vatican?"
He's like, oh, you're going to hell.
Do you think anyone just handed him a script, or he's just
No,
like,
he was-
"Ah, look
I
at this."
really
Even-
hope that it would. A lot of it was just.
Yeah.
Just on the fly.
Yeah.
Even just
Improv.
like his just clothing choices, like when he shows up, even the first thing where he shows up to this like office with Cypher or whatever, like Cypher's lair, and he's like like he's just wearing like an unbuttoned shirt, like under a suit jacket. It's just incredible. And then like when he's at the street racing scene in Brazil, isn't he all like he has like some like outrageous fit at
It's
some point.
he's wearing purple because
Yeah.
he mentions that the carpet matches the drapes.
Yes, that's right. Yes, that's right.
Oh, he is. Oh man.
So we get
I'm glad that he brought life to the
Oh yeah.
the cast because
Yeah.
that's like we've seen 10 movies of it now, and
well, then it's like all interconnected. So then let's talk Brazil really quick. Brazil, yeah. We got he meets up with so we got this drag race he goes into with Momoa, this other guy from the other movie, and then new lady who turns out is the sister of Vince's baby mama.
Yep.
Because everybody has to be interrelated. Like
Yes.
it's impossible.
Everyone is family,
everyone is
John.
family.
Right. Everyone is literal, if not metaphorical, family.
Nothing is stronger than family.
they didn't say it that much. Well,
56.
Is that how many
That is
times?
the official count.
Okay, because I tried
50.
counting in the beginning, but
No,
the
they say
Abuela's
it-
speech, I already hit 4 in
They
the 30
say
seconds
it
that I'm
a
done.
lot. In 2 hours, they say it like once every 2 minutes, basically.
Yeah, just the unnecessary, like, borderline cameo by Rita Moreno, just being like, yeah, I'm your grandmother.
Who's never been talked about before.
Great grandma.
Well, it's
No, it's
great
grandma.
grandma to his son.
Okay,
Right.
yeah,
To little B.
little bit.
I also like the what's her name? What's Brian's wife's name? His sister,
Oh,
Brewster. I had no
Joanna Brewster.
Jordana Brewster.
Jordana Brewster.
what's her character's name though?
Oh, who cares?
Yeah, they don't have character names. anymore.
Mia.
Mia,
Mia.
how she's like there. Also, just the fact that like Brian is alive, but just is like not interested in any of this to his family.
What else is?
got
I mean,
it
what
really
else?
into model
How else
shipbuilding.
are we
I
gonna-
know, but it's very. It's I laugh at it.
How else could you do that? I mean,
I mean, you could kill them off.
yeah, but I mean, this budget was already so high up. You could only CGI so much.
You can easily, I don't know, like not have her character in it anymore. Just be
Yeah.
like, oh, Brian's off somewhere off the grid with.
They're
his
living
wife.
on their moon base.
Seriously,
Yeah, they're living in the Canary Islands or something.
just like oh, they're not important.
Or like she shows up at the end. When they
the
all,
fact that she's in these movies and it's her house that are in these movies.
I
Like,
thought that's their house.
well, her house is
Oh,
family house.
in
Yeah.
back, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So like the fact that all this, but like Brian's nowhere
Nope,
to be seen.
Don't know where he is.
He's off doing Brian things. Although in the last
Well,
movie
the two
he showed
kids,
up.
or he has the two
Yeah,
kids.
he has the two kids.
Sure, yeah. Love when John Cena shows up too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's great in this. Like I really, really enjoyed him. Like it made me really like the two bright stars, Momoa and John Cena, like just really yearning for them to like just be in something as like some kind of like buddy anything movie.
Yeah.
Maybe in the DC universe. They're both
they
both
are.
involved there.
Sam, you did mention like afterwards how you were like, I kind of want that, like
Yeah,
a
buddy
buddy
cop.
comedy.
Buddy cop comedy.
Yeah, but what's the over under that he's dead?
Oh, Cena is gone.
Oh, I just mean in general.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
not saying a Fast and
No,
Furious.
no, no.
I don't
I
know.
know, I know,
By
I
the
know.
way, I mean,
Rocket car, John.
you're,
franchise.
are you serious that like you know John Cena's dead? Because I mean,
We
Clearly,
can skip to
clearly.
the end and talk about that.
there's at least like a 40% chance he's not dead.
I
That's
give it
the
like
floor.
60.
That's the floor.
Yeah.
I only give it that low of a number, 60, because
All right.
we only have 2 more movies left.
So let's say he is dead. Let's just entertain that thought. Like,
That lie.
yeah, no one actually ever dies unless you're the bad guy. Even then,
Yeah.
Who knows?
There's only been like a handful.
yeah, Cypher keeps coming back.
Jason Statham.
Statham
Keeps coming
you know,
back.
and
His brother's not dead.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
brother's not dead. So like, a lot of these villains stay alive, but they do the opposite of what the Dark Knight says that they do. They live long enough to see themselves become the hero.
Yeah.
So
Didn't the cop who keeps breaking his nose show up in this movie?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Right? He was there, right?
Oh no, I'm thinking of something else.
No.
From which movie?
Remember,
I think
it's-
it's the 4th one.
it's the 4th one when he keeps breaking the guy's nose.
Yeah, but I don't remember him.
I don't
And then
think
he's the
know.
other guy who breaks him into prison to talk to the guy from
Yeah.
what's his name? Brian's character.
Yeah.
He busts him into prison so he can talk to the drug cartel leader
Yeah.
about Shaw. This was in the
Oh man, I forgot about that.
British one. But it's the cop who keeps getting his nose broke. I'm pretty sure he was in this movie.
When?
I can't.
I don't remember him in this.
I think he was trying to move Vin Diesel and crew somewhere else, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
think they all
have to
just-
rewatch this movie.
Meld together. Yeah, the John Cena stuff I thought was great. Any other Cena thoughts for that whole storyline?
No, I just
Nah.
like surprised that they killed him off so quickly.
I mean,
Honestly.
it was fun. Just like some like solid jokes in it too.
Yeah.
like the rosé joke.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I like where your head's at, though.
Where your head's at, but that will work.
Yeah, how amazing is it that his
Are you afraid of
kayak-
flying?
Yeah.
Something else. I'm glad that's not the height. That could be a problem.
like the fact that they have the kayak turns into an airplane? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
oh my god.
I thought that was like one of the like prototype kamikaze jets like the Japanese were developing. And I'm like, this is gonna get really dark.
John Cena starts tying a thing around his head.
the divine wind.
Well, you see,
Starts drinking some sake.
speaking of that, you see the Paul Walker's daughter insert.
Yeah,
cameo
she was
into
the
this.
flight attendant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because family.
So we're literally
Family.
incorporating family.
well, yeah.
Which is fine. Yeah, good for
Yeah,
them.
whatever.
Good for her.
Whatever.
Sure. Memorable scene.
Well, I thought it was. I was sad when Paul Walker
I would
died.
not have
I
known
would
that
not
was
say.
his daughter unless I read it online, which is what I did.
There you go. We also have Michelle Rodriguez, sort of teaming ish up with Cypher.
Yeah, they had that fight and they're
Apparently, no
escaping.
director for that fight. There was
Really?
no director apparently for that fight.
What does that mean?
They did it. They did it.
They choreographed
with
it
stunt
themselves.
coordinators, and they did it themselves.
I kind of
Sort of shows.
I was gonna say kind of shows because kind of I would say it's better, but it very reminiscent of the They Live fight.
Yeah, yeah, kind of, and not in like the fun parody way.
Yeah. Like, put the glasses on. Like, yeah.
I also thought they were like fighting until time was up,
Right.
And then they seemed to really kick the shit out of Charlize Theron, but then she's okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then-
didn't understand because they were like, we only have 5 minutes. And then they spent those 5 minutes kicking each other's asses. And then the next time you come back and Michelle Rodriguez is struggling to climb up the ventilation shaft, gets to the top, finds out she's in Antarctica, climbs down, and Charlize Theron has all the equipment that
Yeah.
they need. And she's
Hey,
like,
let's climb that again with very heavy jackets.
yeah, right?
And broken bones, probably.
and
Yeah.
giant boots.
Yeah.
And they do it. But,
Not-
like, I don't understand, like, how...
And then an hour and a half of the movie goes by,
Yeah.
and then you see him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, fine with me.
Yeah.
No objection here. Not my favorite part of the movie. Got Brie Larson showing up. Brie Larson, who just don't get it.
So she is...
Not in this movie, just in general.
What do you mean?
Her appeal,
Star
or
power.
whatever. Like, I just don't
Okay.
understand why.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to have like remote like any charisma.
Oh. Well, she's an Oscar winner, so...
Oh, I know.
I can see it. I
Yeah.
can see it. but-
Honestly, like, I don't understand. So, for what her role was, she was barely in this movie.
yeah, but it's like
Maybe she'll be in the
we
other
need
ones
to cast
more.
a girl.
Oh, yeah.
We need to cast a girl who can kick ass. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we've already used Michelle Rodriguez, and we've already used Wonder Woman. So let's go for Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Which,
I
I
get
mean,
it. I
yeah.
get it. I can't.
And there's kind of like a bare minimum of sort of star power you need. I mean, really, like our boy Alan Richardson,
Richson. RITCHSON.
Richson.
Richson. You know, I mean, he was on an Amazon show, a couple other little things, not a lot. But I think in some ways that's supposed to be a little bit of the fake out, right? Like, you know, like you're thinking he's just supposed to be
Yeah, the agency lead.
right, who doesn't really matter so much until he does when he does like the double cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole fool you moment.
Yeah, which well, we can fuck it, who cares? Yeah, probably not super needed. Would you say?
So this movie had more twists and turns than it needed, and I'm not saying that in a good way, but I'm also not saying that in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like every realization they had, there was some kind of twist with it. I mean, it starts with a twist in the opening where they retconned 5 with Momoa
Right.
being there. And then then they did the twist of him being there. And then there's a twist at the very end that we haven't even really got to yet.
No.
Like, it just
well,
way
two
too-
twists, really.
Well, it's 3 twists. Well,
At
yeah,
the
I guess.
end?
Yeah,
It's a
2
twist
twists.
within a twist
Sorry,
within a
yeah. So
twist.
it's there's just so many twists and turns in this movie, but it's not that kind of movie, and it doesn't need it.
But it kind of does.
But
because-
if you take those away, what else does it have?
yeah, it's like all this is twists.
But it's also one of those okay, so Alan Richson, his twist of being the bad guy and being there at the meeting that they show in the beginning, and him being there looking at the empty vault and being like, "Oh, our partnership is off to a rocky start," or whatever he says. All that stuff. It's just why?
Yeah,
And,
then get a
how-
solid
How does this
I don't know.
guy?
Because
climb-
you know what's going to happen.
what?
Those two are going to be brothers. No, I swear to God. In the end of this whole thing, those two are going to be brothers.
Half brothers.
Half, yeah,
Different
sorry,
mom,
half brothers.
same
Yes,
dad.
different moms.
Or
same
maybe he's related to somebody else or something. I mean, I'm
Could be.
not ruling it out.
dad. Look, there's some.
Family is the
Relation.
underlying theme of this entire series, so everyone is related.
By all means, let's have Black Ops hire a family that drives cars to go in and do just
Yeah.
weird
But
Mission
first
Impossible
choice,
stuff.
yeah.
But what
Black
I don't
bag.
understand with his character is how did he make his way all the way to the very top of the agency that probably should know that he's in cahoots with this guy that they hired a team to
but
take down?
that's how
Sean-
dastardly he is.
You're thinking way
You're-
too hard
Yeah,
about it.
there's certain things you need to think hard about in this franchise, and that's not one of them.
Like one of the things how fast does NOS actually make your car go? Incredibly fast.
Or how quick does it actually take effect?
Or my favorite
Or what-
is
what the hell is-
watching video and not realizing that you stabbed Michelle Rodriguez.
yeah.
Like there was that whole scene where she's like, I'm jamming their signal. They can't see what we're saying. Stab. Oh no, she's got me. And nobody was like, hey, wait a minute.
Or the whole point of that whole room where they watched all the videos and stuff, where it's like,
Oh yeah, this
what's the point of this room?
the like
Why can't-
Iron Man's helmet, but in a room. Like
Yeah.
Cerebro. Kind of like Cerebro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was just like, okay, but why? Why can't you just have a really big TV?
What did he say? Oh, you found my vision board. Was it vision board?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, Momoa did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was when he went to the police station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You found my vision board. Of course, he's vision board.
Of course. That's Momoa. His character is amazing.
All right. Can we the drop at the end here? The,
Which one?
What do we want to
start
talk
with
about the
first one.
finale with Cena and everything? I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
that was on the highway.
Yeah.
Everything I wanted to be. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
He jumps the highway using the rockets.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The helicopters like tearing them apart and slamming them into each other, which
Oh.
I feel like we've seen, but I don't even care.
yeah.
yeah, right.
So
And like Vin Diesel, they like shoot it into him, and like you can tell Vin Diesel is just somehow muscling the car down.
Right.
no, so I know it happens twice in this movie, where so the first one was during the explosion, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
second one is the helicopter scene. Is the car is being lifted off the ground, but then like as it's coming up, the front two tires touch tarmac for like a second, and that pulls the whole car back
You know,
down.
a
Like-
Dodge Challenger
like it's-
known for being front wheel drive.
like the front two tires are what's holding it down to the streets.
and you see him flexing in the car, so you're like
Yeah.
getting this vibe like,
no, Dodge,
is he
Dodge
just?
Challenger's a rear wheel.
But that's the point of what Sam was
I
saying.
was
Yeah.
joking.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
But like he's just flexing, so he's just like muscling the car down.
Oh, that's all. That's all how Vin Diesel drives. He
all
doesn't. He doesn't put
finesse.
his foot on the gas. There's
Yeah.
no gas pedal. It's just his muscles.
Or then the stuff about like his son and like the I don't know, whatever lessons, the drifting lessons they did.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just really, the movie is what I want it to be. So help me, it's just what I want it to be. I don't think I'll ever watch it again, but it's great to see it once in theaters.
I will probably rewatch it before Fast 11.
Yeah,
comes out.
that's
with friends.
no,
with
yeah,
family.
no. I'm not watching. Yeah, family. I'm never watching this movie alone.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Oh, I mean,
of course he holds the beer that
before
way.
and after seeing this movie, I was drinking Corona like that.
Yeah, we went to a bar after that, and we are like, we have to get Corona.
Well, it was funny because we all sat down. There were four of us, and my wife went to the bathroom, and so it was just the three of us. And she's like, "Do you know what you want?" And you guys were like, "Oh, I was like Corona." Sam's like, "Yeah, that's fine, Corona." And then John, you're like, "Yeah, why not?" I was like, "You know what? She's in the bathroom, but make it 4 Coronas." She's like, "I'm getting you a bucket."
Yeah.
So we got a bucket of Coronas.
Yeah. All right. The final drop.
All right.
She's
Well, there's 2 final drops.
Well, Chris, which one are you talking
the
about?
first the
first
one
one.
within the movie.
the
itself.
Antarctica drop.
The Antarctica drop.
So Gal Gadot's alive?
Yeah.
We're gonna Gal Gadot it again.
Yeah.
Which, like, I was sitting there, I'm like, why? But yes.
Like I
Right.
remember I was like, wait, she's dead. But then I was like, but how? I did not
Right.
remember how she died.
She fell off the
She
plane.
jumped
Yeah.
off the plane.
She jumped off
The
shooting.
plane that was on that 20-mile long
Oh, yeah,
runway.
yeah. It's the longest runway ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, at this point, whatever. Nobody's gonna die ever in this franchise.
Like,
Yeah.
like I was trying to afterwards. I was trying to think where it's like, did they set that up? And I'm like, kind of, because they had that very quick joke scene where they're like, "Oh, Han, here, let's set
Oh,
you
the
up
dating app?
your dating app."
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess that sort of set her coming back.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I'm like, that's really lazy.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be nice seeing that reunion It will.
Yeah.
I mean, as
I
a
mean,
fan of the franchise,
Do
it
they
will
have
be.
that much charisma?
like,
Chemistry? No.
Yeah, the chemistry between those two are just like
It was
they exist in
steaming
the
up
same
the
room.
screen.
Eh.
But the big one,
Yes,
the hulking boulder of a reveal
mid credits.
mid credits is that The Rock has returned.
Yeah.
That I guess they squashed their
They
beef.
settle aside
Listen.
their differences.
They're family, all right? You
Yeah,
fight with
that's fair.
family, but in the end,
I mean, I'm
Your
not gonna
family.
lie. Like, part of me is wondering if this is The Rock's decision after, I would say,
Every
a
movie
string,
bombing.
Yeah, a string of
and
bombs.
him
that he,
burning like every bridge in Hollywood.
yeah, he is. He has not had a good. I'm gonna say 3 years.
Yeah, post COVID.
Yeah, but it's all like I
Yeah.
think it's also too. I don't think 3 years ago his docket was full.
Oh, it was full, and,
And I think
his
that
star
led to
power
the
was
fight.
amazing. But his star power was off the charts. He could not make a bomb. Like everything he touched was
No,
amazing.
and
Yeah,
I
it did
agree.
well.
So
And-
I think it's more or less a
and-
time thing, and
It just like I probably around Jungle Cruise is really when it like all started falling apart.
yeah, and I like Jungle Cruise.
That's not a good movie. Just watch The Mummy.
Well, I mean,
Dark.
it's-
By the way, this is the 6-year anniversary of the Dark Universe being renounced.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Honestly, dude, fuck, I wish they just did it.
Yeah.
I wish they just had the balls and did it.
The amount
The
of people,
Russell Crowe,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
Heckle,
God.
Jekyll and Hyde movie, that
Yeah.
would have been sick.
Johnny Depp was the Invisible Man, if you remember.
Who was
so they wouldn't
Bardem
have
was
to
supposed
recast
be
him.
who?
They could
Javier
just show.
Bardem wasn't he? Was he the Wolfman?
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
They should have just recasted Depp with Jude Law. Oh no, hang on.
No,
No, Colin
Mads,
Farrell.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Mads took over for Depp in
No,
Harry
but I thought
Potter.
it's Colin Farrell. He takes also off
Yeah.
his face, and it's Johnny
Yeah,
Depp.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Oh,
do
okay,
the,
go-
do the inverse.
Okay.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm invisible.
Well, at this point, it
I can't
seems
see you
like
no more.
at this point it seems like Warner Brothers is just Warner Brothers is just willing to dump a boat ton of money in this movies. Jesus, Sam.
Yeah,
I
they
was trying to drink.
hidden at like minute 58 of the Fast and Furious. Like, one of like my best, like just off the cuff. Never mind. All right. Anyway. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do we any
anyway.
final thoughts?
I'm just very excited for The Rock coming back, and obviously, I'm assuming Fast 11 or Fast 10 Part 2 or whatever they're going to call the next one is going to focus on Statham a lot more.
Yeah, or he'll have a scene. He'll
Yeah,
have a big
yeah.
scene.
We have
Because-
Statham setting up a rampage.
Oh yeah, and like I want that.
Yeah, it'll be Statham will get a little bit. Probably The Rock with his daughter might get a little
Does
something.
that mean that what's his face is going to come back since they're going after his mom?
Helen Mirren or the other
His
one?
brother, Luke Evans.
Maybe.
Yeah, I hope so.
Dude, Luke
And
Evans
Vanessa
and
Kirby.
but
Why
like-
not?
But
His
like
sister?
Luke Evans and
Oh yeah, that's
Jason
right. They
Statham.
forgot they had a
yeah.
sister. Jesus, this thing is a whole family.
Dude, imagine like half of that movie
This-
is just them going on a rampage, killing people.
They gotta
How
break
much-
Idris Elba. Or is he dead?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alba's dead.
Alba's
Yeah,
dead.
he's
Okay.
gone. He's gone.
Okay.
How
Or
much
is he?
was Infinity War to make? Was it a? It wasn't a billion, right?
I thought it was $1 billion for the two.
yeah. So
Yeah,
let's
it
call
was
it 500
500.
million. By the time this last movie comes out, the budget's gonna be 500 mil.
Combined?
Just,
for the
just
last
for that,
movie?
No, this next Fast and Furious
Ooh,
movie.
I don't know about that.
You know how much it was for this one?
360,
360,
which
yeah.
is absurd compared to the rest of them.
Yeah.
Like the one before it was 2.
And I mean, shockingly enough, it's already made that back anyway.
Oh no, it hasn't.
Yeah, it has. I just looked at Box Office Mojo.
Like worldwide?
Yeah, worldwide.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I'm talking worldwide. Fast is not a
Fast is definitely a worldwide
yeah.
movie.
Fast is not a. I'm sorry, 349 is what it's at right now on Box Office Mojo,
Oh yeah.
and that does not include yesterday and today.
Is it open in China yet? Do we know? Because that's the big. That's the mother load.
Yeah, that I don't know. Yeah, so
It has to be because international is 271 million.
it's made its budget back, but it hasn't made its promotion budget
I'd
back.
give it time. Memorial Day
Oh, it will.
weekend.
It's
Memorial
been a
Day
week.
weekend. It's gonna.
It's been a week. This weekend, does anything come out this weekend?
Yes, the
Yeah.
Little Mermaid comes out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But again, you have two vastly different audiences.
Oh yeah, no, I think Fast 10 will do well this weekend because the following weekend is Spider-Man.
yeah.
So-
I think once you hit Spider-Man, then it's
And
kind
even
of
then,
over
that's
for
the
it.
animated Spider-Man. It doesn't have the same kind of juice.
the one that won an Oscar.
No, well, that's
No, but it's
so did
not-
Suicide
it's not the
Squad,
same.
Sean. We
Yeah.
don't talk about that. Like it doesn't matter
That
if you
was
win an
different.
Oscar or not.
That was different. That was for
like,
makeup and hairstyle.
if anything, Oscar should be. Is it the antithesis of box office returns?
Sometimes.
Most of the time,
Spider-Verse, the
Movies
probably
that
the
win
highest
Oscars do not
rated
get good box
Spider-Man movie
offices.
of all time.
Yeah.
most of the time.
Most of the time. Well, it's
anyway.
animated.
Well, we should. Yeah.
350 million was this movie. They've already essentially made it back
Well, I mean, it's gross that that's not making it back.
without the marketing and stuff. So
No, well, you don't get the cut. Isn't it's got to make like 700 to make a money.
I think this will hit 700. I'm not overly
Basically,
concerned.
whatever they say the
We'll see.
production is, double it, and that's what they need to reach to make the money
Yeah,
back.
because that's I know. Yeah, I know.
So we gotta rate this, guys.
I still have fun watching this movie, but it's
So did
still
I.
it's still like a base movie, so I'm still giving it a 7.3.
All right.
Yeah, I'll give it like a 7.2. Like, it's entertaining, but like,
You can't.
I don't know how to praise this movie because everything's either very like meh or just like, well, that was terrible, but it was entertaining.
You know what's somebody asked me how the movie was, and I go, I can't judge this movie. So I pulled up a GIF of the the Varsity Blues when he comes back from the strip club, and he's like, "You're a 10." And it's Billy Bob, and he's like, "You're a 10."
10.
Just show that GIF.
Yeah.
I'm like, the movie's a 10, but in reality, I can't judge this.
Oh, so this is a Godzilla for you.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I-
close, but you actually wrote down a 10 for
Because I refuse to rate it. John,
I refuse to rate it. It's a star.
what's your rating on it?
I'm not rating it.
He's not rating
So
it.
he's going with a 10. All right.
It's not. No. It's
No.
not a 10.
If you can't rate it, it's a 10.
That's his meeting.
that no,
I don't
that's no. It's not a rating.
Can I change mine to the Prince symbol?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, exactly.
Well, I went with a 7.4, so most of us are correct. John, I have to enter a number for you, so I'm going to write 10. Unless you give me something otherwise.
That's incorrect. I have not rated. I am not rating the movie.
So what do you give it?
A star.
It's a 0.
It's an asterisk.
So it's a 0.
It's a 0.
Okay.
Brings
it's
his
a 0,
overall
a
average
10, or
down.
yeah.
It's not a 0.
All right. So it's
It's
a
a star.
0. John hated this movie. It's
All right.
official.
I'm not giving a rating. I
Do
couldn't-
it a
wouldn't feel
negative
right.
I.
I gave it a.
The computer will melt, Sam.
I gave it a like on Letterboxd. I did not give it stars. I said I liked it.
So you're basically saying
I'll give it a heart. My rating is a heart.
So you have to give it a numerical value, and
Okay.
I is a numerical value.
I refuse.
All right. So John did not see this movie.
I did see this movie.
So what do you give it?
I'm not rating.
Actually,
Why
you know what
are
I
you
didn't,
not rating
You know
it?
what I didn't
Shot-
get? I
shot
didn't
his
get a
rating
printout ticket for this
is
movie.
family. All right.
Yes, I'm rating it family.
So you're gonna give it a 10, John.
Fine.
All
I
right.
don't give ratings. I have family.
All right. Well, next week we might do. I don't know. I'm not going to see Little Mermaid.
Sisu.
but- Sisu.
Yes.
Hey, we can talk Sisu
For the love of God,
Summer
I need to talk Sisu.
box office preview.
Summer
Next
box
week.
office preview and predictions. Just a
Sure.
little prelude to that. June is busy.
Yes.
Yes.
June
it
is
is.
very busy.
Hey,
Good
got-
thing none of us are going away in June.
I'm going away twice.
I'm
All
going
right.
away once.
All right.
I'm just happy Father's Day is a 3-day weekend.
Is it?
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. Oh, Jesus.
I
Okay.
love it. It's gonna be Father's Day weekend.
You know, all golf courses going to be busy.
Thank God I'm Irish and
But
I
you
don't
know what?
golf.
The interest, the Blackening comes out that weekend, and I want to see that.
Yeah.
But do you have to wait like a week to go see it? Because it's not our no.
If you like our podcasts, you can listen to them where fine podcasts are found. We're also on YouTube. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Until next time.
Bye. Adios.